both spin. They're in the wall. An unbelievable finish.
It's the first time I've ever won this one, and I guess that just means a whole lot to me.
Coming to you from warm and sunny Florida, where more than 100,000 fans have flocked to the 18th running of the Daytona 500, the richest stock car race in the history of the sport.
This Daytona 500 in 1976 is my favorite Daytona 500 for a lot of reasons.
David Pearson has won the July 4th Firecracker 400 at Daytona record 4 times, but he has never won 500.
Yeah, I just remember the end of the race. I had my nephew Eddie to talk to him on the radio.
No one else could hear us. It was just David and me. I don't know, that was just kind of special. And the reason I had it was Leonard was changing tires at the time, and he just didn't want it around his body or have to wear it, you know, during a tire change. So I was the guy. Talking to him on the radio was just like talking on the telephone. The calmness, the confidence. I mean, I see it as it goes by, you know.
Richard Petty and David Pearson, you just can't get anybody better than that.
David Pearson and Richard Petty are two of the biggest names in NASCAR, and just a lot of great battles between those two numbers and teams.
You know, this right here, 1 and 2, they battled all day long. It was just like you could feel it, and it was come down to Richard and David.
Two of the great nights of NASCAR racing, jousting right down to the final.
David and Richard, they had a lot of respect for each other. They'd rather race against each other than any other driver.
You know, back then, it was the slingshot was the way to win races. You laid back and you got to run, and that's how you did it.
White flag is out, 1 lap to go.
There's a white flag. I remember asking him as he crossed under there, as one to go, can you get him? And he said, I don't know, I think so.
On the last lap, David says, I'm running wide open, that's all I can do.
Richard Petty and Pearson go high. Pearson now has the lead. Petty tries to go back down on the inside as they come out of the 4th turn.
They run through 3 and 4, and he's talking to me right here. He said, he's under me. And then right there, he says, he hit me.
They both spin. They're in the wall. Petty is sliding, slamming in the wall. He's coming down toward the finish line. Will he make it? Pearson is still running.
While he's spinning, he's talking to me on the radio. He had the presence of mind to clutch it and to knock it out of gear, plus push the button, take his hand over here and push the button and still spinning to talk to me. And his voice was just as calm as it was just during the race. He says, where is Richard? I said, he's stuck in the grass. And he said, I'm coming. That's what amazed me to this day. But I mean, it happened, I promise you.
David Pearson moving down through as they come to the stripe.
David comes up through the infield and just comes right on across the finish line, wins the race.
I mean, the thing's destroyed, and he crossed the start-finish line and able to win. So I think just that is the coolest finish ever.
The winner is car number 21. An amazing finish.
Look how much damage it's got that won the race.
That's got to be the most mangled car that you'll ever see in victory lane.
I mean, how many times do you see a race car that's that beat up winning, and especially the Daytona 500?
You couldn't really believe what you were looking at. I just remember finally getting to victory lane, and first thing I did was walk up and look at the front of the car, because I couldn't believe it was still running, but it did.
I guess if his car got to pushing or something, he just pushed right on up into me and naturally hit me and spun me around and stopped before he got across the finish line, and I cranked back up and kept going.
David Pearson, the winner of the 18th annual Daytona 500 in one of the most spectacular finishes any auto race has ever had.
You know, it was a 76 Daytona 500, and the two guys that were winning most of the races in that era, they battled all day.
Two really iconic drivers and teams, and just like the dream finish that fans want to see.
It's like a storybook. It's like if you're gonna write a book about it, you'd pick those two would be your main characters. And it just played out right there in front of everyone.